Hey there, guys. We're going to be going to another trial with Lightning as like a preview for the new unit coming out tomorrow. I've used her on some future trials as a support unit. We've done her on the Genies. We did her on the Irenes trial. Those are kind of far into the future. Now we're going to use her as a primary DPS, which we haven't done yet. We're going to use her on the Sandworm trial. I thought about what trial to take her on. I thought about maybe doing Ashura again, but I've done Ashura like 10 different times this week. I think people are probably sick of seeing Ashura. I thought about Bahamut. I'm probably use Lightning for a clear on Global if I get lucky enough to get her. So I figured why do that today. Trials like Ymir and like the Genies and all that are in the future. Lightning can't really do those for one reason or another. Damage is too low, wrong element, etc., etc. But the Sandworm trial, anyone can do the Sandworm trial. It's an easy trial, which is unfortunate. I'd rather a hard trial to take her on that's both hard, current, and she could do. But there's not a whole lot of things that fit that criteria. So we're going to the Sandworm trial. It's an easy trial, but whatever. We can at least get a gauge of her as a DPS unit. So we're going to use Bosch as our evasion physical cover tank. We gave him counterattack and poison weapon to poison the boss. Shira number 1, Shira number 2 are going to be just for entrusting every turn. These are Lightning's best friend. If you want to use her as a DPS, you want to get her LB every single turn because her chaining is really poor. All her damage comes from her LB, so you want to entrust her as often as possible. So we're going to double Shira to LB every turn. Gilgamesh shift form is going to be our passive provoke tank. We've got a poison weapon to poison the boss. Passive provokes some mana regen, status immunity. That's all that really matters. He's going to be our breaker and our imperil unit. And then Lightning has 4,800 attack power. I actually got EX2 today from the Shard dungeon, so we can get to try her out. She's got maxed out attack, maxed out LB damage, 250 insect killer, and here's her build. I wasn't sure if her STMR versus more killer is worth it. I could swap this out for another insect killer materia and cap out an insect. But I think her STMR is slightly more damage over maxed out killer. I'm assuming we're gonna do it anyway. That's the hope. And we're not using the shift form. Hey Bro built me one as well. It's let's see, 4,600 attack power. Oh, is a little bit low on LB damage. Well, that's unfortunate. Only 175 LB. Huh. Okay. Well, we're gonna do it anyway. 275 killer, so slightly higher killer at least. The STMR and maxed out LB, looking good. Let's give it a go. So overall, this trial is not hard. It's just extremely bulky. Poison actually does more damage than your own units, but you can't poison him all the way. You can only poison him down to 50% to a maximum. I'm sorry, to 40% to a maximum. We're gonna physical cover. We're gonna shift Gilgamesh, and we're going to do an 85% full break. And then we'll just double cast his, where is it? There it is. We'll just double cast his Imperil. Hopefully we can poison the boss. Got it. Okay. And Lightning is going to ATB buff. This is a 6-turn buff that buffs her LB damage, her attack power, etc. So we're going to do that. Then we're going to LB for 5 turns in a row. There's a gravity attack. You don't really have to worry about that. All right, we actually got her LB from drops, which is nice. All right, so we're gonna do an LB. She's not amplified yet. Her LB applies an amplify after damage, so we'll do more damage in a moment. These two can just repeat, and then we will start entrusting every single turn with our Shiras, so we can just pop off those LBs back to back to back. And the boss is dispelling our Gilgamesh as well, but because he's the provoker and not the coverer, we don't really care. Alright, I gave Bosch counterattack for poison, but he's starting to irritate me with it. Alright, there we go. And trust these. We'll just repeat this. And yeah, this is pretty much the whole trial. So this trial does need double Mirage to just ignore like breaks and stuff and survivability. Lightning's LB applies double Mirage. Right here. This attack, right there, bypasses cover. And then the Gravity attack will consume a stack of Mirage as well. So, double Mirage. Actually, maybe it's only single Mirage. I could be mistaken. I know you need Mirage. Single Mirage might be enough. I don't know. This trial is so easy. I don't really bother learning the mechanics because who cares? So we're still doing Lightning's LB every turn. As you see, the trial is extraordinarily bulky. And Poison does more damage than your DPS. It's kind of a weird design. But the boss can only take 6 hits of poison and then he goes immune. So 60% is done through poison. You have to do the other 40% with your own units. Alright. But we're going to still just keep on going. And yeah, like, the trial is not super exciting. Looks like poison wore off. Oh no, it didn't. And the damage we're taking is gravity damage, so don't like worry about that. Like, oh, you're about to die. It's just gravity damage. It won't kill you. Unless you're at literally 1 HP, then it will kill you. But that's going to be a long time before that happens. This is the last turn of our ATB buff. Hopefully we can finish off the boss. If not, we got to waste a turn to fill LB gauge. This boss, all the time is getting stuck at 1 HP, 1% HP. I mean, this is like the 3rd time I've killed this trial, and it's stalled at 1 HP. It's just funny. It's just funny. Actually, we're not going to do the ATB buff for obvious reasons. There's no point because we're at whatever. The boss is at 1%, so we're going to kill her. We're going to kill him without using the ATB buff. All right, Bosch. Giving Bosch counterattacks was a waste. Should not have done that. And there we go. So there is Lightning. She's a super basic unit. Once per 6 turns, you cast ATB. 5 turns in a row, you use her LB. Repeat. That's her DPS rotation. If you don't have someone to imperil for you, she also has a waste a turn doing imperil, which feels bad. But yeah, for optimal Lightning usage, you want to just imperil externally, so she doesn't need to waste turns doing that. And there we go. Alright, I will see you guys next time.